This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and with the release of 7 Days to Die Alpha 21, it has never been a better time to create your own server for you and your friends. So today, I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's get to it. As Gportal is a permanent sponsor of this channel, we are going to be setting up this server on Gportal. You can find a link to Gportal down there in the description, and using that link will not only help me out, but it will also help you out with a discount on your server. The first thing we're going to do once we get to the Gportal website is click the Rent a Server button. That's going to take us to this screen here. Then we are just going to scroll down here to this search box and type 7 days. That's going to quickly find the 7 Days to Die server for us, which you can find right here, and we are going to click Order Now. This will present you with a few options. You have a 30-day 10-slot server, a 30-day 30-slot server, and a 90-day 10-slot server. You can see for 30 days with 10 slots, which is perfect for you and a group of friends, it's only going to cost you a mere $14. If you don't like any of these options, you can go over here and click Create Your Own Configuration, which is what I recommend doing because that allows you for the most customization. If you just want to try out the service, they do have a quick little 3-day option here that allows you to just quickly check out the service to see if you like it or not, and you can see that'll only cost you $4.20. And that will be for 10 slots because 10 slots is the minimum that you can get. You can also see that you get a discount if you select 90, 180, or 365 days, and then you can also adjust how many slots you want up here at the top, and it will configure everything else, showing you the actual cost right here. Once you have your slots selected and you have how many days you want the server, we're just going to go for 30 selected, then you can come down here to pick an available location. You want to pick the location that's closest to you. At that point, you want to click continue, and that will tell you that you need to register if you have not already registered and are not signed in. Once you have registered, you can see up here at the top, the next step is to select your payment method and to confirm your order. Once you have completed your order, it is time to configure your server settings. Over here on the side, you will see a thing that says My Servers. You want to click that. After you click that, you will see a tile that shows your 7 Days to Die server. You want to click on that. That brings you to this screen here. Over here on the left side, you will see Basic Server Settings. Once you click on Basic Settings, you will see this screen here, which provides you with all the settings for your server. If your server is on, which you can see up here at the top, mine is currently on, it'll be lit up. This little slider thing here will be lit up green. You want to make sure you click that. That'll turn it off, and then it'll turn gray. That'll let you know your server's off. It also tells you whether it's online or offline right beside that little button. If you're going to mess with any of these settings, your server doesn't need to be off, but in order for the settings to apply, you're going to need to restart your server. So it's best to just shut it off anyway while you're doing all these configurations, especially if you want to swap which branch you're playing, which is our first setting here. You can see here we have a bunch of different options. This is really handy for if you want to play on the experimental version of the game. Then you want to make sure you set the name of your server. Set this to whatever you want your server name to be. You can see what mine's called there. You can change the game name if you want, or just leave it at default. This is just the folder in which your map and save files are saved to. Let's cover a few different other settings that you may want to mess with. First, you can get to any of your settings using this handy dandy search box up here. This makes it super easy to find specific settings. So I typed in blood up here. This is the blood moon, aka horde night. So the first thing that you may want to mess with is the frequency at which you want horde night to happen, and that is down here at blood moon frequency. I currently have that set to the default of 7 days. You can also set the enemy count and the blood moon warning, as well as the blood moon range, and you can see it gives you a really nice description of what all of these different settings do for most of the settings. I recommend leaving enemy count to the default because cranking that up can have some weird effects on the game. If it's just you and like one other person playing and you're on a single base together, you could mess with this a little bit, but if there is up to 10 people playing, I recommend leaving this at the default setting. Otherwise, your server could lag pretty significantly come horde night. Another option that you may want to change on your server is loot settings. So you can see here, if you type in loot, you will get loot abundance. This is your loot multiplier. So if you type in 200, you will get 2 times the loot, 300, 3 times the loot. You get the idea. Your loot respawn in days. This is how often something will respawn or refresh if it hasn't been touched. So I currently have mine set to 5 days. So if I loot, say, a cabinet and I don't touch that cabinet for 5 days, it will refresh the loot in it. PvP combat is enabled by default. If you're playing with friends, you may want to turn that off. If you type in player K, as you see I've done here in the search box, you have player killing mode. I currently have that set to no killing, but you have killing allies only, killing strangers, and killing everyone. If you type in zombie, you will get a bunch of zombie settings. So for example, you can turn on the zombie feral sense. You can set your zombies so that they always walk, jog, run, sprint, or nightmare. You can decide on how your zombies move at nighttime. Default is sprint, but if you don't want to deal with sprinters, you can force your zombies to always be walking zombies, or you can have them be nightmare zombies. You also have the max spawned zombies. This is the maximum amount of zombies on the map at any given point in time. The default, that is 64. Since you are playing on a server with other people, you may want to mess with the land claim settings a little bit, and you can get to all of those pretty easily by typing in land. From that point, you will see here we have our land claim count. This is how many land claims a person gets. As you can see there, it tells you exactly what it does. Land claim size, once again, explains it to you right there. Land claim dead zone and land claim expire time. This is how often people are going to have to log in order to refresh their land claims. Last but not least, another thing you may want to edit on your server for faster progression may be the XP multiplier. You can find that super easy by typing in XP. You can see right here we have the XP multiplier. So at 100, that is 100%. 200 would be a 2 times multiplier. 300, 3 times. 400, 4 times. You get the idea. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The settings are really self-explanatory, really easy to find, and really easy to edit. Once you are done editing all of your settings, you want to click save, and then if you did this while your server was running, you restart your server. If your server was off, all you have to do is turn your server on and you are good to go. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know down there in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And if you found this video helpful or informational, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.